Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with the sinking city, Blind. Now, I have two side quests to do, one of which I'm pretty excited about, and the other one I kinda dread, so let's start with the former. The old Golem restaurant was famed for the statue from which it got its name, and now it's missing. I need to find out what happened. The restaurant's address and all the information I need are in the editor's room upstairs. The old Golem on the corner of Bullock and Lockwood, right on the border between Old Grove and Reed Heights, is a prominent locale in Oakmont, owing to its varied menu, quaint atmosphere, and uncanny lack of competition for the past few decades. Among the city's poorer populace, the legend goes that the restaurant's namesake, the statue of the old Golem, holds the owning Bartosz family's cache of solid gold inside it. Clement Bartosz remains adamant that the rumor is false and laments the damage done to the statue as a result of the occasional visitors' tampering. Okay, so Bullock and Lockwood. Bullock Street is right here. And Lockwood Street is right here. Okay, so it's literally right next to this fast travel point, which I'm not going to lie, is quite cool because it saves me on running around.
Extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
Old Golem restaurant, okay.
Don't touch that. Put it back. I must request you leave, sir. We are closed pending police investigation, and besides, Mr. Bartosz is away on business.
Charles Reed, private eye. I'm investigating.
I don't care. First our silverware, now the Golem. If you so much as touch anything, I'll report you to the police. You brigand. You tramp. It's hoodlums like you who are responsible for this mess. This establishment does not welcome your type here. Keep that in mind.
Okay, this is locked. Now, the police... The police might actually be onto something when they accuse me of being an all-around jackass, because this is actually a functioning restaurant. You know, people live, like, work here, it's in use, and I essentially broke in, and I'm like destroying the padlocks on their doors or whatever.
Another day, another dollar.
Okay, so it's actually the waiter himself who has stolen. The waiter himself has stolen the silverware, so I assume I can use the knowledge of that fact to bribe him into letting me upstairs.
Now, when Mr. Bartosz learns you're stealing his silverware, do you think he'll fire you or do something worse?
Sir?
Another day, another dollar.
How did you know?
You're bad at this. I think this is a better line. It's probably going to make him more salty than this.
Chumps like you make my job easier. But I'll make you a deal. You cooperate, and I'll pretend your scheme was so good I never knew.
Very well, sir.
I noticed the old Golem is missing. Well, it's Golem. Any chance you're as interested in clay as you are in silver?
Absolutely not. There was a break-in. See for yourself.
Thank you for all your help today, sir. Cleaning this is gonna be a job and a half. Just the thing for breaking into a house or a restaurant. Looks like someone had fun with a hacksaw. No more strings on this Pinocchio. Smells like bergamot and patchouli. A woman's perfume. And the letters, VB embroidered. Just the thing for breaking into a house or a restaurant. Cleaning this is gonna be a job and a half. Looks like someone had fun with a hacksaw. No more strings on this Pinocchio.
Okay, I'm missing something. Ah, right, the lock, because I couldn't inspect it before because the waiter got involved.
The waiter said there was a break-in, but the lock seems intact to me.
Keep it down. You want us to get caught?
Okay, so whoever broke in actually had keys. You know, the woman.
Careful! The gold could be inside the arm. Don't break it. The sun's nearly up. This is taking too damn long.
This shouldn't be too hard to figure out.
Okay, so this is the golem itself. It's not that large. It's like barely larger than a person. I was expecting, like, you know, a massive kind of statue.
Keep it down. You want us to get caught?
The sun's nearly up. This is taking too damn long. Careful! The gold could be inside the arm. Don't break it.
The burglars were let in by a woman with the keys to the restaurant. They sawed the statue from its base and dragged it outside. I want to know the names of everyone who has keys to the restaurant.
That would only be Mr. Bartosz and Vilma, his daughter.
And where do they live?
I'll write it down for you.
Thanks for all your help.
Okay, the family manor. Corner of Goldbridge and Windhalf. Okay, so it's actually right here. It's very close. That's not quite yet the corner of Goldbridge and Windhalf. Yeah, that's more like it.
The door won't budge.
The front door's stuck, so you'd better use the back entrance. The key is behind the flower pot. I expect you not to be late for your first day at work. As the household retainer, I cannot turn a blind eye to that. Mrs. Lebovitz.
The door won't budge.
Okay, I take it this is Clement Bartosz with like his wife or his daughter, although that woman isn't that young really. They also have some trophies.
You're late. Get to work now, come on.
Oh, she thinks I'm the housekeeper. I will help her because I think then she might be more positively predisposed towards helping me.
I don't follow, ma'am.
Did your brain fall out of your ears? You see that room? Go put the books on the shelves. You follow that?
Sorry,
And I want the statuettes on the chimney put back all nice and neat, one on each corner. Understand?
Ma'am,
And get those plates in the kitchen onto the dining room table. Quickly now, quickly!
Clement and Vilma Bartosz.
Okay, so she is his daughter, actually.
I'm putting an end to your silly flirting. I have planned your life, and you will not ruin it.
Okay, so he beats his daughter with his golden trophy, and also, from the sound of it, it seems like he has planned like an arranged marriage for her.
I'd better hide it well. If Father finds this, he'll kill both of us.
Letter to Vilma, unsigned. The heart of stone beats vividly at last. Your eyes are cured to Medusa's gaze. My love will live, and when I turn to dust, like beacon will it shine in the eternal haze. What? It's like a... Is it a love letter from the Golem? Because obviously, a heart of stone, your eyes are cured to Medusa's gaze, so it's like her love might like turn him back from a stone statue, like into a person? Or something? Well, I guess I will see.
Alright, ma'am. I've helped you around the house. Now, can we...
Let me see what you've done. Ah! What have you done? No, put it all back!
Are you kidding?
No. Oh no, I'll do it myself, and I'll do it properly. You just go and bring me a crate of fisk from the basement. How's your work going?
Oh, how could such a tiny fish make such a stink? Must have been dead long before the flood.
Okay, there's like a trail of fish.
Here's your fish.
Well, well, you're back.
Why are you giving me such a hard time, lady?
Because I don't need you to do my work for me, that's why. I'm as capable as I ever was. I don't understand how Mr. Bartosz is cruel enough to put an old woman out of work. And in times like these...
Ma'am, you've got this whole thing mixed up. I'm not here to replace you.
Then who are you?
I'm going to say I'm an investigator. Like, I technically speaking kind of am both, but I think an investigator sounds better in a case like this, you know, where there's an actual crime that has been committed, in this case stealing the golem.
I'm just trying to conduct an investigation. I'm Charles Reed. I'm a detective.
I always wondered when you would all realize how rotten Bartosz is. Please check his room, detective. He's more rotten than anyone knows. I'll even give you his key.
I wish we'd started off like this.
Just leave it on the table when you're done. Oh, and Mr. Reed, don't forget to dress warmly when you go. It's getting so cold outside.
It's interesting of you to say, seeing how your skirt has apparently bugged and like your whole pelvic region doesn't actually exist.
How's your work going?
Oh, the door's stuck. Well, that chair might have something to do with it.
So she purposefully blocked the door? Like, is it because she didn't want her replacement to actually find his way to work?
The door won't budge.
Mrs. Lebovitz, make sure Vilma is not faffing around with her potter's wheel again. This is turning into an obsession. I need her to learn the restaurant trade, not spend her days making figurines and pots. If she is of no tractable spirit, you can lock her up again. The key is in the usual hiding place in my room. Okay, so the guy does not only beat his daughter, he also locks her up regularly. What a charming guy.
Come on, honey. Get undressed. Don't keep Daddy waiting.
Okay, and on top of all of that, he also pervs on his own daughter? Like, how bad can this guy be? Out of Czech lands, Memoirs of K. Bartosz. So this is where it goes. America is a country of new opportunities, and Massachusetts will become my personal land of milk and honey. The hardest part was transporting this giant slab of old clay across the ocean, but my grandmother insisted I take this heirloom with me, and bless her soul, she was right. For all these 500 years it was gathering dust in our Prague manor. No one knew it actually had gold inside. Yes, a whole fortune in solid gold, that I fully intend to use to start my own restaurant here in Oakmont. Okay, so there was gold in it once upon a time, but I assume there is no longer if he used it to start his restaurant.
Everyone needs a hobby, I suppose. Or is Vilma keen on making her own golem one day? Seems like someone's been looking into their roots.
Legends of Old Prague by David Ignatov, 1920. Dear Diary, it's finally happening. We're going to elope like in the movies. Every night that we danced away at the empty old golem, I've been dreaming of this moment. Glenn and his friends did not object to lugging a large statue all the way to his base in Grimhaven Bay. He needs money to pay his debts after all, and he would rather have it before the police prove his guilt of housebreaking. Okay, so I can look that Glenn guy in the police database.
How's your work going?
Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the Bartosz house is? It's my first day as their cleaner, but I can't seem to find the address.
Yeah, it's right here. I don't have a reason to lie. other than being a jerkass?
Oh, yeah, it's right there. Good luck, kid. You'll need it.
Need it? Never mind. Thanks. Hey, how could I get lost here?
Okay, so he's accused of breaking and entering, so that's a property crime. Suspect, and I know he's from Grimhaven Bay. Glenn Combs profile, age 24, residence, Grimhaven Bay, Wharf Street between Tower and Clam Bay, suspected in larceny, housebreaking. Guilt has not been proven. Wharf Street between Tower and Clam Bay. Okay, this is Wharf Street, this is Tower, and this is Clam Bay. So it's right there somewhere.
Lock the broad upstairs and then join us in the basement. No one leaves until we take this overgrown flower pot apart.
So it seems that Glenn guy has turned on Vilma, and I assume she's somewhere upstairs.
The door won't budge.
Get away from me. Don't come any closer.
Don't be afraid, Vilma. I'm here to help.
What? How do you know my name? Who are you?
Charles Reed, Private Eye. I've been running around town looking for a stolen golem.
You have to help him. It's my fault, I know. I should never have lied about the gold, but please, you can't let them break him.
You've put yourself through a lot of trouble for a lump of clay. Why?
Because I love him.
The statue?
He's more than that, Mr. Reed. He's a good man. He thinks, he feels, and he'll die if we don't help him.
Where are they?
Downstairs, but they've locked themselves away. Glenn used to hide the key in the flower pot, but he moved it. Thank you, mister.
Okay, this shows me where to go.
You boys are wasting your time. You won't get a dirty dime from that lump of clay, let alone a sack of gold.
And who the hell are you?
Charles Reed, Private Eye. And I can prove there's no gold in all that clay. Take a look, right out of Bartosz's own notebook.
Let me see that. Ah, Durach. That's a wash, boys. Let's clean up and move out. Drown our sorrows in a pub. Oh, and Charlie, forget you ever saw us.
So I think she put like the shem into his mouth, which is, you know, shem is like in Jewish folklore about the golem. He has to have like one of the names of God like inscribed on it because it gives him life. Although I'm pretty sure, well, actually I'm not at all sure, but I seem to remember that it had to be like actually inscribed on the golem. But in some versions of that tale, you know, it is enough if it's like on a piece of paper and you put it in the golem. So maybe that's how it works in this case.
So, you're the golem I've heard so much about. I'm pleased to meet you.
I am grateful.
In fact, he seems to have, you know, a word inscribed on his forehead, so that might be it.
I have some questions.
Speak.
How did Filma bring you to life?
Sacred knowledge broke the seal. I was awakened. Before that, I slumbered.
You slumbered. I wonder, what sort of dreams does a clayman have?
I dreamt of clay sheep. What do you dream of?
I'd rather not give you nightmares.
Okay, this is pretty funny. This is obviously a reference to the book Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which is a book that Blade Runner was based on. But the reference sort of goes deeper because a golem could be seen as an analog to an android. Like, it's a human-like creature, but it's not organic. So, you know, just as androids dream of electric sheep, the golem actually dreams of clay sheep.
I see they've chipped away at you. Did it hurt?
I cannot feel pain. And yet, I can feel. I love Vilma.
How can you love?
Tell me, do humans love? Many say yes, only humans love. And yet, humans betray love, always. But I never will. I will only love, always.
I'm happy I could help. Take care.
I'm grateful for all you did for us.
Thank you, sir. You don't know how much this means to me.
I'd like to ask you a few questions. What makes a clayman better than the real thing?
He doesn't beat me. Or lock me away in cupboards. Or... no. Only men do those things. My father did. Every match he found for me did too.
What about other men?
What about them? Men don't treat their dogs as inhumanely as they do women, Mr. Reed. You don't know what it's like on the other side.
Is that thing really alive?
He talks. He walks. He loves me. Isn't that enough?
Are you sure he loves you?
I'm very good with clay, Mr. Reed. I knew how to reshape him.
What's the next move?
We'll lay low. Probably somewhere in the shells. It's easy to hide there. Maybe we'll even find a way to leave the city.
Leave the city? Now there's a mad idea.
It's love, Mr. Reed. Of course it's mad.
Don't worry about it. I'm just glad I was able to do some real good for you.
Thank you. And before you go, Mr. Reed, please, promise you'll keep us a secret. We'll never have peace otherwise.
I'll figure something out.
Okay, I got a knowledge point. However, I'm pretty sure that at this point there's nothing I can spend it on, which is a bit frustrating. Yeah, I literally have every skill in the game. Okay, I'm done with the quest, so let's go back to the newspaper. I won't betray them, because I don't think it would do much good. Like, obviously the people would try to track down the golem, and I'm sure there would be many who would want to destroy it, just because A, some of them probably would still be convinced that there is gold inside, but some of them would just see him as a monster. So I'll just spout some bullshit to the reporter. In a worst case scenario, she gets like a crappy story, which, you know, I don't even care, because to be honest, I can't even get any kind of worthwhile reward anymore, what with me essentially reaching, you know, maximum level.
The presses are ready. I've got your golem story.
Oh, we're always ready to print. Give me everything you got.
Sometimes a golem's just a golem. A few burglars broke in, took him out, and that's it.
Ugh, that is disappointing. Was there at least any gold in all that clay?
I guess it makes for a better story if there was.
More gold than the Carpenters, Blackwoods, and Throgmortons combined.
Oh, that much? Damn. Makes me wish I'd been on the break-in. Not that crime pays, of course, but at least the legend of the old golem's gold was true. Anyway, what happened to the old golem in the end?
Oh, there's no golem anymore. Only a big pile of dust. The thieves had already ground him into powder by the time I arrived.
What a shame. I guess they really will have to rename the restaurant after this. You did good out there, Charles. Stay safe.
Okay. Now, unfortunately for both me and you, I now have to move on to the less glamorous side quest, which is basically, once again, like 10 caches of Deep One gold, which I assume each of those locations will be like borderline identical and also boring, but my OCD compels me to actually get on with that. To whom it may concern, there is a conspiracy brewing in the city. It's the Fishmen. I know you couldn't confirm my previous reports, but this time it's different. They are taking over. Their rancid underwater gold has been surfacing all over the city. Soon they will have enough to buy out everybody. Your institution must investigate this. I took the initiative and performed a preliminary investigation. Yes, I know I don't have a license, which is exactly what I need, why I need someone who does. I'm sending you the first batch of my notes. More notes will follow as I carry on with my research. The conspiracy is real. The Fishmen. Regards, Sims. Got another mark. Be sure to pack gumboots for it. Abolition Street between Seasmith Avenue and Powder House. Northern Salvation Harbor. Abolition Street. Between Seasmith Avenue, which is here, and what? And Powder House. Polaris. Okay, this is, I assume this is Powder House Street. So it's actually pretty easy to reach it from here. I'm not particularly excited about this, but you know, my OCD does push me to finish this, so that I can, with a clear conscience, say that I got everything I could out of this game once I finish it. You moron. Feel clever now, Louis? Leaving that poor bastard chained up in the basement, it got flooded. Good luck getting Mr. Carpenter's money from him now. I'm out. Not gonna just sit here and wait for the Grim Reaper. Carpenter will feed you to the eels for a blunder like this. Okay, so there should be a body with some gold down here, maybe? The Great Clay Theft. The mysterious disappearance of the Golem statue from the old Golem restaurant turns out to have a not-so-mysterious ending. According to our string correspondent, the thieves literally ground up the statue to dust in search for the hidden treasure that, as rumor had it, was supposed to be inside. We will never know if this act of merciless vandalism brought any happiness to the villains, but obviously it did no good to Mr. Clement Bartosz, the restaurant's owner. Will the restaurant still be popular after losing its main attraction? Should Mr. Bartosz cut his losses and rename the business? We welcome your letters on the opinion pages. Sure. Yeah, I suppose there must be a body chained up in here somewhere. Oh, I didn't really find anything. But there's nothing up here either. Oh, there is, actually. Flawless gem. A flawless garnet the size of an egg, unmarred by engravings. Okay, unfortunately, I still have plenty of those old one gold caches to find, but I'll move on to that in the next episode. For now, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.